Have you ever finished a session with a client and looked at the clock only to realize that you have about 3 minutes to somehow pull yourself together before the next session? But here's the thing, powering through that little mini break will not reset your nervous system. And when you carry stress from one client to the next, your attunement drops. And you might not even notice it. That's why today I will show you a 90-second nervous system reset that you can do between sessions without having to leave your office or your chair or even your desk. Hello, my name is Betsy Dwight, and I have a background in psychotherapy, and I'm a trained EFT-Tapping practitioner. And I learned the hard way that therapist depletion doesn't wait for a crisis. It's something that builds quietly. And now I help other mental health professionals regulate their nervous systems so that they can keep showing up grounded and clear. So, I'm going to show you a short mini tapping sequence that you can do between client sessions to calm your system, to clear the emotional residue, and to stay present, which is your most valuable tool. So, before we get started with our mini tapping session, let's take a deep breath together and take a moment to notice the energy or the tension that you're holding from the last session. Where do you feel it in your body? And rate its intensity from 0 to 10, with 10 being very high. Maybe just make a mental note of this rating or even take the time to write it down so that we can go back and assess how the tapping is helping. So let's get started with our setup statement, and we're going to start on the side of the hand. And you can repeat out loud after me. Even though I'm carrying energy from the last session, I acknowledge it and allow it to move. Even though my mind feels overloaded from holding so much, I honor my limits and allow my mind to release. Even though I feel a bit scattered after that session, I acknowledge this and invite myself back into my body right here and now. Coming up to the eyebrow, that was a lot to hold. Side of eye, I honor how much energy was spent holding space. Under the eye, and I give myself permission to reset. Under the nose, I don't have to carry what's not mine. Chin, I can ground myself between sessions. Collarbone, I can release, reset, and come back to my center. Under the arm, making space for me so that I can hold space for them. Top of head, back in my body, back in this moment. Taking a deep breath and noticing what's shifted. Going back to that previous rating that we had in the beginning and rate it again. Oftentimes, it really doesn't take much. Just a minute of mindful contact with your body can completely change how you show up for the next session. And this was simply a mini tapping session that you can use anytime between sessions. And if you have more time, continue tapping so that you can get a deeper, more regulated internal shift. If this short little practice resonated with you, be sure to check out my next video where I will show you how to use a breathwork pattern during sessions when your emotions get triggered. And you'll be able to use this without breaking rapport or attunement with the client. So hit subscribe and that little bell so that you don't miss the next video. And be sure to give this video a like just to show other mental health professionals that they are not alone when feeling the weight of this work. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.